Let me start with I thought it was a good win as far as we talked as a team after the game being a grinded out type of game. It wasn't pretty, which, a lot of games either on Christmas or the day after Christmas aren't pretty. It's a weird time. But we found a way, even though we couldn't make free throws, we were turning the ball over. We didn't shoot a good percentage from three. We found a way to grind out a win. And there's lots of games throughout an NBA season that are going to require that type of mentality. So I give our guys a lot of credit for the effort they played with. We got to play a lot cleaner. We got to play a lot smarter. But the effort, again, was there. And I'm sure you guys will ask about him, but I thought Glenn gave us a really nice boost coming off the bench tonight, staying ready, ultimate professional. De'Aaron had really nice moments offensively and defensively. Marvin with a double-double. It was a good, solid team win for us tonight. And it's going to get much more challenging tomorrow night now, playing the same team on a back-to-back.
Sam?
Luke, you did have a lot of players step up, but it seems like you're just playing at a different level when it comes to physicality. The rebound numbers were huge. The free throw advantage was huge. What is it that you're seeing from your team? Again, it might not be pretty, but they're staying in games by beating up the other team, it looks like.
Well, yeah, we talked a lot about that as a group. We want to we want to attack that rim. We want to constantly put pressure on the rim. We want to be a disruptive defensive team, and the only way to do both of those things is to be physical. We've got a big lineup we use at times, and I think Hassan adds a little bit of that. And then you just got to give the players a ton of credit for just again, we did a lot of 1 through 5 switching tonight. That's not easy. And they have bigs rolling us under the rim, and our guys are coming in and scrapping and helping each other out. And I think it speaks to the attitude that we are continuing to try to build into who we are as a group. And so far through the first 2 games, win or lose those games, I'm very pleased in that aspect of it, James.
Sean Cunningham?
Hey, Luke, how big was that second unit in that third quarter to get you guys into the fourth without having to go back to some of those starting players?
Yeah, they were great. I was planning on starting a couple of those starters in the fourth, but I thought that unit played so well together that we rolled them into the fourth, and that was a big part of the game. I feel like it kind of balanced us out a little bit. The game was chaotic and all over the place, and we even though we didn't score, on some of the possessions we felt we could have, we just kept getting stops with that group, and that was a big part of why we won tonight.
Marshall Harris?
Hey, Luke, so much balance once again for your team. 6 players in double figures, a couple of other guys with 8 points each. Is this how you envision things playing out when you look at your lineups and stuff? And are they where you expect them to be, or maybe further along even in terms of that balance in terms of scoring?
Yeah, well, I just expect us to play for each other and to play with an unselfish personality as a trait of who we are. And we're not close to where we need to be. There's plenty of possessions I can go and show that where an extra pass should be made, but the effort is there and the willingness is there. And for this early in the season, yeah, I'd say it's a little further ahead than I would have guessed, but that's the way the game should be played. And that's how, we, like I said before, we committed to each other before the season on who we want to be as a group. And, that will lead to some nights where it's very even scoring across the board, and it'll lead to other nights where, maybe De'Aaron and Buddy have huge scoring nights. It's just, as long as the right pass is being made, that's all I'm really interested in.
Dwayne Rankin down in Arizona.
Thank you. Coach, just wanted to ask about Rashad Holmes. He had a stretch where, he fouls a 3-point shooter and things aren't going his way, but at the end of the game, to come up with those 2 offensive rebounds and how huge was that at the end of the game on those 2 plays?
Yeah, it's big. It's, we talked about the win in the Denver game about players going out and making plays, and that's the difference. You know, the Denver game, it was De'Aaron's block, Harrison's steal, Buddy's chase down. Tonight it was Rashawn. You're right, he was in foul trouble a lot. He didn't get a rhythm going. But then he went out and made plays down the stretch, and he got offensive rebounds. And when he got fouled, he knocked down free throws. He was communicating defensive coverages, and that's what it takes. It's not easy to win in this league. And Rashawn stepped up down the stretch and made winning plays. And Phoenix still had their shot, and most nights they're going to make more shots than they did tonight, and whatnot. But Rashawn helped us make more plays down the stretch.
Tony Harvey.
Yeah, Coach Walton, I just want to know if you can just comment on the defense that was displayed on Deandre Ayton. You look at the numbers and you say, okay, he looked like he did okay, but I think, the Kings were very disruptive towards him on the defensive end. Can you comment on that, please?
Yeah, it was one of our, one of the main things we talked about as a group, and I know we'll have to change it up before tomorrow night because Chris and that coaching staff are going to obviously make adjustments, but he's so dynamic rolling to the rim. And with Chris and Booker coming off all those little quick DHOs, we just wanted to keep a body in front of him. We didn't care how big the body was. We just wanted to, tie him up and not let him get some of those easy dunks. And I thought our guys fought and scrapped and really limited his touches when concerned, as far as following that part of the game plan. And again, now we'll have to go back and make some adjustments ourselves. But tonight, our guys did a really good job on limiting his touches.
A few more, Matt George.
Hey, Luke, the last time the Kings started the season 2-0 was your rookie season, 2003, 2004. I know you still think or know the team has a long way to go, but how much does this 2-0 start mean for the progress and the confidence, I guess, of this young core?
Well, it's always nice to win some games because it doubles down on what a group is trying to do, and you can really feel the difference in how you play certain nights after wins. And so it's nice, but it's mainly nice because it continues to support the journey we're on and support the work that's being put in by our players. We'll take it.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Luke, what did you think about the execution in the last 4 minutes or so, especially considering that things kind of broke down? You ended up in overtime in Denver. It seemed like defensively and offensively, for the most part, things looked a lot better execution-wise.
Yeah, well, listen, as a coach, you're probably always harder on the team than anyone else. So to me, we got to still get much better at it. Got to get to our spacing, hold the spacing better, look to create the advantages, look to continue to push the pace on opportunities when they present themselves. I thought the second half tonight we kind of let our foot off the gas a little bit as far as how fast we were playing. But yeah, down the stretch, that's the toughest part of the game. That's when defenses really lock in. That's when mentally you have to be ready to make things happen. And I thought defensively tonight we were much better, but offensively we still got a lot of work to do.
Last one, Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, congrats on the win, sir. 3-point shooting, it hasn't been spectacular these first couple of games, but how do you feel about the 3-point shots you're getting, and what will it do for your offense when you guys start to convert at a little bit higher rate?
It'll help open everything up. I thought in the first half we took about 6 or 7 threes that I was not happy with. I thought the threes that we took in the second half, I thought most of those were pretty good. Tyrese got a good look late. Glenn got a good look late. And so those threes, everyone wants to make them, but those are the ones we want, and we want more of them. some of the ones in the first half I felt came a little rushed and without the movement that we want. But yeah, once we start to make some threes and that number goes up, it's it's going to open the lane even more for De'Aaron and some of the other guards we have and some of our bigs rolling to the paint.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys. Have a good night.